Welcome to Freelance Client Secrets Module 1 Video 2. In this video, I'm going to go into more details about how to set up an effective profile. Some of the things I will be covering in this video include setting up your profile, researching competitor profiles, basic information, setting up your portfolio, testing, and other useful tips. I'll be using Elance as an example, although different job sites will have different features available. Most of the bigger general-purpose freelancing sites will have all of these features though. So the first thing you want to do is research competitor profiles. Do a search for freelancer or contractor profiles and look at some of the top earners and see what they are writing. Read their profiles and pay attention to things like skills listed and the language that they are using. You also want to look at profiles for marketers and copywriters because they are generally better at selling themselves and tend to have better written profile summaries. Start by thinking of things that make you unique or competitive. And also, you'll want to mention your main niche specialty. To fill out your basic information, once you've done a little research and preparation, just write out what comes to mind. Remember that you can always change it later. Upload a photo or professional image. I don't know if this is super critical, but it's generally better to have a profile picture or business logo on your profile. Be sure to mention your core niche specialty. Use keywords in your titles so that you might come up in searches. When you are getting started out, it is important to just get something up there and worry about tweaking it later. You'll want to make your profile stand out from other competitors. Start by listing your competitive advantages and strengths. Showcase real results if you have them and use specific numbers. I like to use bullet lists. For example, got 5,274 Twitter followers for my dancevideo.org website, or doubled Google search traffic to website in 90 days, and things like that. To build credibility, mention any notable companies or brands that you have worked with. List awards and other places you or your work is featured. Don't worry about it being perfect yet. You can continue to tweak your profile over time. Also, if you are just getting started out and don't have much in terms of numbers, awards, or experience, then don't worry about it too much. You can build your profile over time. Instead, focus on your skills and what you can do now. For your portfolio, upload only your best work. I've seen some people upload everything, including less impressive stuff from when they were just starting. I would recommend showing only your best stuff. The portfolio is mostly for graphic design and website type work, but a nice trick you can use is to upload screenshots of results. I uploaded some SEO results and some analytics charts showing traffic increases to websites, for example. Be sure to revisit your portfolio periodically and update it. This is something that people will forget to do when they get busy with projects, but you definitely want to take the time to update it with your best stuff. And if you don't have a lot of samples of your work, then you can spend some time making some. If you're a designer, then design some logo mockups, and if you're a writer, then write some articles. So even if you are brand new, you can create a portfolio to get you started. Some sites allow testing to showcase your skills. This can be good, especially if you are just getting started out and have no feedback, but it can also be good later on because some people will still look at these test scores. Most job network sites will let you hide bad test scores, so it is usually risk-free to take them. Also, if you do poorly, you can retake these tests on most sites. Here are some other useful tips. Firstly, don't add an hourly rate to your profile. This can restrict your earnings. Not having this information publicly visible will give you flexibility when picking jobs. And sometimes clients will prejudge you by your rate. I like to avoid hourly work entirely and just go with fixed price projects because if I'm efficient, then that will enable me to earn a higher rate. Update your profile periodically to make sure it represents your best stuff. Remove anything that is outdated and no longer relevant and replace it with more recent, better quality stuff. Also, be sure to include your niche keywords in your profile so you have a chance of coming up in searches. Be sure your niche keywords are in your title in particular. A tip for writers: good design can make your work stand out from other writers. So sometimes you can hire a designer inexpensively to add some style to your blog posts and other work. So here are your action steps for this module. I've included a profile setup worksheet to help with brainstorming, so print that out and fill it out as best you can. Once you have completed the sheet, use this information to create your profile overview. For now, don't worry about it being perfect, just get something out there to get started. If you follow this sheet and spend a little time brainstorming, it will probably be better than most profiles out there anyways, and you will probably add and adjust things as time goes on. So this is the end of Module 1, Video 2. In the next video, I go over bidding on your first job.